Dear Dairy, welcome to Thursday. Ah, I got it without looking. I'm just about to reach for my thing, and hey, somebody messages, well, Twitter thing. But I need to unlock it anyway to get to my notes. So it was chicken tonight. Oh, delicious chicken. How I love thee. I was talking to a friend of mine. Don't lean on the desk. I was talking to a friend of mine when I was there, and he was like, you really like this chicken. It's really not the chicken. I mean, the chicken is just chicken. It's the sauce that I really like because it's just a nice. It's got the vinegar tang and then a little bit of spicy, what I like to call a little bit of sparkle. I like it. But yeah, that was tonight. There were quite a few people there by the time I left. I was a little bit surprised. But yeah, it was good. Had a big old pitcher of beer. Well, a glass of beer. One Trendane of beer, which is my usual size. It was a white Belgian ale. It was very good, very tasty. What? See, I don't understand. In this case, I actually am tired. I did not sleep very well last night. I kept waking up from this dream that I'm going to call it a nightmare. It wasn't quite a nightmare, but it was not a good dream. I was being chased by somebody. I can't remember who. I think he was supposed to be my boyfriend, but for whatever reason, I didn't want him to find me, which I guess is why it wasn't. There was a sense of anticipation. There was a sense of anticipation, but there wasn't a sense of fear. There wasn't a sense of, it was just, I was anxious. It wasn't like we were, playfully playing hide and seek. I was genuinely hiding from him for some reason and didn't want him to find me. There was no game to it. It was, I don't remember what it was. Anyway, every time I would wake up from it, when I would go back to sleep again, it would pick up from where it left off. And so I was kind of stuck in it all night. And so I'm very, I would start dreaming and I would kind of crack one eye open and look around and make sure that I wasn't actually where I thought that I was. And it's like this eye is looking around the room and this eye is still dreaming and overlaying what I'm seeing. It's like, what in the hell? Is very bizarre, It was very, disorienting and disconcerting. It was very hard to get any sleep. So yes, I'm very tired. I will probably finish recording this and start the upload and just go to sleep. Because I don't have really, I think, any recording to do tonight. What am I? I'm going to lean very gently on the desk and try not to shake it. What are my plans this weekend? Well, for the rest of the week. I think this weekend I'm going to try to get my car over to the other house so that I can leave it while I'm gone for my friends to work on. I'll just toss them, some money and say, here, fix it while I'm gone and I'll pay you the rest when I get back. Because that'll be, I've got to remember to make a list of all the places that I have to say, here's my new address, like, the DMV and all my credit cards. Not credit card, but I don't have any credit cards. Places like Amazon and PayPal and whatnot. I'm going to update all that crap. Get the podcast tomorrow. Into the portal. Back into the EverQuest Next landmark discussion, which will be interesting because everyone else on the show has been playing it. Well, I don't want to say playing it because it's an alpha. You're not really playing it. Maybe that's part of the reason why, that is part of the reason why I was so kind of, intransigent about not, accepting a founder's pack and not buying one. It's just No. It's just not. No. I don't know. I mean, part of it is what I explained yesterday. It's going to be, people are going to be, they're supposed to be testing it. They're play testing, but they're still supposed to be testing it. And yeah, anyway, I covered that yesterday. I'm not going to go into it now. The other two things that I have, no, there's not two things. There's only one thing. There's only one other thing that I have. And it was a conversation I got into on Twitter today, which is one of my favorite lines, or at least it's based on one of my favorite lines from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Yeah, I think it's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. It's towards the beginning. It's pretty early in the movie, where Indy is at the college. He's teaching his class at the university, and he says, "Archaeology is the search for fact, not truth." And I'm like, ooh. When I first heard that, I was like, oh my God, that's really pretty cool. Because there's a big difference between fact and truth. Truth is something that's internal, it's not proof. Truth is like faith. It doesn't require proof. It's just something you feel, Fact is external. There is evidence. There is definitive, quantifiable stuff. That is fact. I think it's kind of this. Well, no, it's not the same distinction. I was about to say it's the same distinction for me between spirituality and, well, between being spiritual and being religious. See, I am a spiritual person, but I am not a religious person. And for me, the distinction lies in that, spirituality is my beliefs. Religion is our beliefs. Once you take your spiritual beliefs and you apply them to a group, then it becomes religious. It requires a group frame of thought kind of thing, a group belief. Then it's religious. So for my spiritual beliefs don't quite jive with anything. There's a kind of pick and choose from a little bit of everything. But again, mostly it just boils down to don't be a dick. So maybe it's just the Church of Will Wheaton, which would be a great church, I think. Be an awesome church. Don't be a dick. But truth versus fact. It's very, very important distinction, in my life at the very least, because many things can be true, but not be factual, which doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense to some people. But yeah, that's just what I was thinking of earlier today. Truth versus fact. So I'm actually, like I said, really tired. I'm gonna go lay down. Probably get up. Knowing my luck, I'll probably wake up around 12:30 or 1, because it's only 8 minutes to 10 right now. So I will probably just get to sleep, and I'll make up that last bit of sleep that I didn't get last night. And then I'll be like, ding, wide awake. Okay, what am I going to do? Crap, I don't have anything to do. Well, I kind of do. I recorded the Galactic Guide narration for the Tiber system last night, but I'm not really all that happy with it. So I'll probably wind up redoing that at some point. Maybe. Because, parts of it are fine, but parts of it are, I'm getting into that voice where it's so deep that my vocal cords kind of don't want to play along anymore. And so, yeah, exactly. They just don't vibrate right. As somebody once said, I can't remember what it was. I think it was a professional voiceover panel I had seen at some point. He said, you get down to a point where your voice is so low that your vocal cords are just doing this. You know, I'm like, I have been there. I have been in that range before. Not recently, but, well, I have now, recently. But yeah, I get to a point where I get down so low that they're just like, no, we're not doing this. We're just gonna make this weird sound. And I look at the soundtrack on Audacity, and it's just a bunch of lines. It's not even a full waveform. It's just weird lines. Anyway, so maybe I'm pushing it too deep. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll just get up and watch the Avengers again for the third time today. No, wait. By then it'll be tomorrow. Oh, it's like a brand new day. I don't know. I kind of want to watch that other thing, Iron Man 3. Kind of want to watch that. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Because it's, 11 minutes. 11 and a quarter minutes right now. I'll let you guys go, and I will talk to you tomorrow. That was the kind of the sound. Talk to you guys tomorrow for Friday. And yeah, and if you don't have anything to do, feel free to swing on by the podcast at twitch.tv or slash dot slash slash dot 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 slash dot slash 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 dot EQ Nexus. I'll put a link to it at the bottom. It'll be easier. Bleh. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Be careless.